The ancient Egyptians are noted for their complex religious practices, which was characterized by the practice of polytheism. The ancient Egyptians believed in life after death. Thus, a good life on earth would be rewarded with happiness and immortality in the afterlife. They also believed that the soul of the dead will return to stay in the body, and this was the reason for the preservation of the body. The pyramid, therefore, served as the home of the immortal souls of the pharaohs. The belief in the immortality of the soul explains why the Egyptians mummified the dead. Mummification was a means of preserving the body so that the soul could continue to live in it. They also buried the dead with personal possessions to be used in the afterlife. Precious ornaments and gold were also used to bury the dead. And as you are watching, this is the processes involved in the mummification of the body. They also regarded their kings, that's the pharaohs, as gods in the guise of men. They were regarded as intermediaries between the forces of nature and men. The ancient Egyptians practiced polytheism, that's the worshipping of many gods. Some of the gods worshipped included the Ra god, that is the sun god, Hathor, the protectress of the city of the dead, and the Isis goddess, the mother goddess of fertility. Other gods were Osiris and Aten god. These gods were represented with animals and birds like the lion, the hippopotamus, the crocodile, the cat, the Egyptian vulture, and the hawk. It was a taboo to kill these animals. Such animals were sometimes buried in special cemeteries when they died. There were also local gods and national gods. The most famous national god was known as Amon-Ra of Thebes. In the 14th century BC, Pharaoh Akhenaten attempted to introduce monotheism, thus the worship of only one or a single god, called the Aten or the Aten god, which was also a sun god. This was opposed by the priests, and after Akhenaten's death, Egypt returned to the worship of many gods. They had priests and priestesses who served the gods. The priests were temple officials, and they maintained the shrines which were supposed to be the abodes of the gods. The priests performed the daily temple rituals that were necessary for the well-being of the society. They represented their gods in reliefs or wall paintings. Their deities represented major forces of nature. They also had special temples for each of the gods that they worshipped, and presented them with all sorts of sacrifices and gifts in turn for favor and good health